You sent me like 7 of them?
Yes.
I carried it with me, and one day, your husband, Jim Weiser,
Yes.
was at a 7-Eleven. I just missed him. They were doing some shoot for Fox when he was at Fox.
Sure.
And he just walked out and went, damn it, I would love to have gone, look!
He wouldn't have recognized me. I had the tan and the poof and the poof and the hair and everything. And I was, you know, trying to put you off, like, I don't do TV, here's my prom picture. And it was really sweet of you.
I'm going to put that picture at lossano.com as well.
Okay.
So.
We'll blow it up. Maybe
Yes.
we can do a Warhol thing.
Oh, it's blown up already.
Well, if you remember, it was on the old Nude Hippo set. We had an old WGN camera, and every week we put the Paige picture up on the camera. So you were always in the background.
No.
We had all sorts of stuff back
My
there.
self-esteem is still at that low point, so no better. And speaking of my husband...
Hey, you had a prom date.
Yeah, I did. Nice guy, nice guy. My husband wanted me to ask Ron, and I'm going to ask you on the air in case it's a story.
Okay.
Do you remember Mardi Gras parades with Jim?
Oh yeah, I still have a picture of that on my wall at work.
Wow.
Like
next to Clinton?
It was kind of. It's funny what I put up on the wall. I get odd little pictures that remind me of things, and I have one of me and Johnny and Buzz leading a parade down Michigan Avenue early in the morning. It was Mardi Gras, and they didn't know I was going to do this. I brought from home, my wife, for whatever reason, had an old white feather boa that had been hanging in the closet for ages and ages, and I put the feather boa on, and we're without any authorization from anyone, we've created our own parade, and we're going down Michigan Avenue at 7 o'clock in the morning. We had a good time.
Like not everybody has the white boa in the closet. Come on. And
I got that picture. Somebody snapped the picture, and seriously, I have it on my.
Were there
phone.
people behind you?
Yeah, there were
okay.
people, heard it on the radio, and we said, "Come on, we're going to be down on Michigan Avenue in half an hour."
Fantastic.
People showed up, and we walked down the middle of the street.
Wow. I remember you were filling in for Buzz Tillman over on the Jonathan Brandweight show. I have the date. Let's see if you remember the date. April 13th, 1992.
April 13th, 1992 could have been the flood in the Loop.
The Great Chicago Loop flood.
Yeah.
I remember you reporting it, and just little things like, the first story was something like one basement was flooding there.
Yeah.
And the next thing you know, there was several basements, and I remember you going, Johnny, I have to go home and change. I gotta go to the day.
Oh, I know exactly when it was.
Yeah.
When a guy called and said, "Hey, I work custodial services at Marshall Fields."
Right.
And we got fish in the basement. and I said to Johnny, John, I think I'm going to work now.
Just in case someone doesn't know what we're talking about, downtown had these underwater tunnel systems.
Still got them.
Still have them. And at that time, they were
They were underground.
Right.
Coal delivery and other things primarily.
Yes. And to deliver from building to building,
Yeah.
yes, the downtown area. And at this particular time, the construction company was putting in pylons, the wooden things that protect bridges from being hit by boats and what have you, pylons into the ground, and it punctured and started leaking into the tunnels.
They pierced a tunnel.
And it was one of the biggest floods we've ever had that no one could see.
Yeah, we literally had a flood underground in the Loop that went from building to building. It caused a lot of damage.
Yes, yeah.
Where did the fish come from?
From the river.
Yeah. And I remember them trying to clog the hole with mattresses. Do you remember when they were just dumping mattresses?
Yeah, they brought in truckloads of mattresses and they're trying to stuff them in the hole. This thing it was so bizarre. I mean, it just got stranger and stranger and stranger.
And then I remember later that night or the next day, Chet Kopic had a live shot. He wasn't working for you guys. He just came on because across from the river was a big giant Chet Kopic promotion for his radio show. And I remember him begging to come back because he used to do sports on Channel 5 and he was long gone at that point. And I remember him going, "Oh, well, I hope you guys can have me back on." And you went, "No." And then we cut to Carol and she was like, "No." It was the best.
Well, you asked.
Right.
Tony, do you have like an encyclopedic knowledge thing going on in there?
I followed Ron very closely.
Dates and everything?
I remember him standing on top of a rooftop at Wrigley Field There was the, where the people were watching the ball games from the rooftops.
Sure.
And he was reporting live from there, and someone in the studio asked him, I went, did you have to pay to get up there? And Ron went, there's a train going by, I can't hear you.
I would also like to take a moment and see if everybody agrees with me that Buzz Killman is the most interesting man in the world.
He's a fascinating guy.
It's okay if you have another nominee, I was just wondering.
Yeah, no, Buzz, I think Buzz is interesting, and I think the old Jonathan Brandmeier show with Buzz was, great entertainment in Chicago. I think for people who lived through that, it was among the high points of morning radio for me in Chicago. Back when morning radio used to be so competitive, there were a bunch of good people, on the air fighting for those positions, and now it looks like we're recycling everybody.
Yeah.
He just had the most random stories, from everything.
By the way, outside the window is Bruce Dumont. He was just watching us.
Wow.
Yeah. We're at the Museum of Broadcast Communication, so
Aw.
you could come on by and hang out with Bruce and watch the show.
How did you land this place?
You know what? Well, you remember I used to do Nude Hippo at the
Sure.
museum, so I built a relationship with Bruce for many, many years.
Connected.
Yeah.
Nice.
In fact,